Hey, blessed be to everyone. Earthly Wise Woman here. And right now it is the brightness of the morning, and I am here with my cup of coffee. And when I'm here with coffee and it's this time of day, it's time for a chat. Just a chat, nothing over the top. But I want to bring something up. Yesterday I posted a video, and in the video I also featured a figure candle. And I was explaining the possible uses of how to use the candle. Well, this morning I found that someone asked me a question if they could use this candle for more than one purpose, like for multiple purposes. And it got me thinking. I realized that a lot of people don't realize that there are like rhymes and reasons on how we use and when we use certain candles. First of all, as a rule, there's always a bend to all rules. Nothing is set in like, titanium. But as a basic rule, and it's a smart rule, candles are always used for one purpose, never multiple purpose, unless, now here's that alternative, it's a wish candle, in which case that is a knot candle. Hold on, I'm gonna bring one out. Hold on, I am back. Now, as I was saying, the exception could be something like a wish candle. These are wish candles. Take a good look. Or they're also called knot candles or 7-knot candles. And as you can see, now this one, this is kind of new. Yesterday we were talking about new candles. This is something that did not exist really, I would say not even 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The multicolors, they didn't have that. But since they do have it now, I'm going to explain how I would use this kind of candle. But again, even though this would go the exception of the rule, you would still use this one candle for one person. Okay? Or, here we go, one family. So let's say you need something for your family group or your company. See, that's still a group. That's still um, people coming together for a singular purpose, you could say. So if it's for a family, a family group works together for a single collective, which is really kind of cool. But companies do the same thing. They come together for a singular purpose, maybe to sell cogs or cars or whatever, and you want the company to be successful. Then you can use this, not this one, but any candle, because that is for a singular person, a singular group coming together, singular purpose. So I would be lighting a candle for Acme Electronics so that they could be a successful electronics company. Okay, that's a singular purpose. But where that would be wrong or it wouldn't work very well would be I want to cast a spell for Joe Bernard and Freddie Mac, who both work at the same company, but I want to cast these spells for both of these guys. No, because those are two separate people. Okay? Now, if you were saying both of them worked in the, let's say they both worked in the mail department, you still would do, instead of casting a spell for each individual, you would cast the spell for the mail department to do well, because that is a singular group together for a singular person, so they kind of work as one. That's how, those are certain tiny little, not even tiny, but those aren't even really exceptions because it's kind of an obvious thing. I shouldn't say like obvious, but it's kind of, companies, when they come together for a singular purpose to work together for a common goal. When you do spell work, you come together for a singular purpose for a common goal for either a company, a singular person, an organization, a department, people or things that work together for a common goal. That is what I'm trying to say. All that being said, here we go. I'm going to put this down for right now because this is its own. I'm going to get there, but I'm running on a tangent. I don't want to do that. So, yesterday I was talking about figure candles. Okay. Now, here is one. This one is a blue candle. Okay. And a, as I was saying, a candle like this, a blue candle, would be there to bring some peace. Okay. And sometimes it's for healing. I like to use it for healing and for peace. When a person has gone through some anguish and pain, it can bring some peace. And because of the shade of healing, it can bring it's also a form of healing, not a physical healing so much as a mental, spiritual healing, and to bring peace and harmony. So that would be for a blue candle. But again, you would cast this candle for one person. So if you're seeing that Molly is having some real, she may have lost her mom or dad, or she's going through a lot of pain in her life, or your friendships are, kind of waning because she's not turning to you, but you feel bad for her. You really want her to find some peace. What you would do is uh, scratch her name or carve her name on the back of the candle, and you can dress a candle like this with really, you don't have to use any specific oil. I would use love oil because you do have an affinity for her, and of course you would want what's best for her. So yeah, affinity and love are similar. So love is a very good thing, and there are different types of love. So yeah, I would dress this with love oil. If you don't have love oil, just really just basic olive oil, you can dress it with that, and that's fine. And light it, and to send her peace. But again, one person, not multiple, and only for one thing for that one person. So in other words, you're not going to light this for Molly for peace and harmony, and then go ahead and say, and oh, by the way, I wanted to also give some money. Oh, by the way, she's unemployed, she needs a job too. No, one thing, one person. I'm gonna put this one down. Now, let's say you had a friend who, or you. Let's say you need to be successful in some kind of business venture, or just successful in general. To bring some joy into your life, to open some doors. Let's say, because it's like, you just can't get a break. You need doors open, a clear path. You will use a yellow candle. Okay, now this one is a male figure candle, but remember, if you're a female, so use a female candle. If you're a male, use a male candle. And someone said to me, well, what if you're transgender? If you are transgender, you light the candle you identify with. Simple as that. So for this one, you will carve your name on the back, okay, and you would dress it with, in this case, it would be prosperity oil or success oil. I've seen both, and because you're trying to open doors, and there is open doors oil as well. You can uh, you can anoint it with that. So these are some. I'm just gonna go through. These are just little candles. They're not, you know, anything over the top. Now this is romance. Now, this would be used in a reversible way. I would tell you to be cautious with this one. This is a pink candle, and pink is usually for romance, and it's to bring people together. So this wood will be used actually by a man or someone who, you know, or I'm sorry, it would be used by a man or a woman. It can be used whatever you identify as or whatever your gender preference. So it would be used for the opposite sex. So in other words, if you were a guy but you're attracted to Sally, this would be Sally. And you would carve Sally's name on the back of this candle, and you would anoint it with come to me oil because you desire Sally to come to you. Okay? Or if you are, because since this is a female candle, let's say your name is Mary, but you are enamored with Kelly or Cindy Lou, she is the apple of your eye. Okay, you would carve her name, Cindy Lou, on here and dress it with come to me oil and, have her come to you. Now remember, I said come to me oil and have them brought to you. This does not mean they're going to fall in love with you. This just means that they would come to you and maybe you guys can come together and figure out if you want to be with each other. But at least you'll have your foot in the door and you'll have an opportunity to get to know the person so you can think about, do I really want a relationship with this person? Can we go to the next level? See, this is not making someone fall in love with you, but it is giving you the opportunity to have them come to you and you guys can figure out where you go from there. That's how I look at it. I'm going to put this one down. And the hits keep on going. Okay, this is a male candle, but this one is white, as you can see. Now, white is an interesting color when it comes to candle magic. And the reason why it's interesting is because white generally enamors all the colors of the spectrum. So if you don't have a green candle, or you don't have the blue candle, or you don't have the pink, you can use a white candle as the substitute because all colors come together in a prism and it makes the color white. But that being said, let's get on for the purpose of what a white candle usually would just stand for. It is a substitute, but as on its own, white is for protection. So let's say you're concerned about your kids going to school that day. Maybe you may be anxious. Maybe you heard there was a school shooting across town. You want to make sure your child is safe. You would take this candle, you would carve their name on it, and you would coat this candle in protection oil. And protect my son, keep them safe. Or if this was a female, protect my daughter, keep her safe. Or let's say you're going on a journey and you want to make sure you're safe, you might light a candle for yourself, carve your name in this candle, and just ask Dee to keep you safe while you're on your journey. And the way things are going with the airlines these days, you might want to light a candle like this before you get on the airplane. I'm just saying. Mm. Anyway, those are the only colors I have brought up here with me. But that being said, I'm having a great time today. I've got good coffee and I'm having a great conversation with you. Excuse me for a second. Mm. That being said, since I brought these two candles up, I'm going to tell you how to use a 7-knot candle, or not better known, also known as a wish candle. Now, with this one, this is new. I had never seen this before. So, of course, my magical mind just went, woo! And I bought it. And the reason is the way we would have used this back in the day would have been a white candle. As I told you, white encompasses all things. But now this one's multicolored. So this is how you would use this candle. You would make a wish on it. Now, I used to always, when I was a broke practitioner, didn't have a lot of money, I couldn't always buy a wish candle. So we would actually take a regular pillar candle and put notches on it that were evenly separated to make a wish for each of those days. And that would be for one person again. So let's say this is for you. And the first wish, let's say the first wish, because we start at the top, green. Now, you know that green would be for money, uh, prosperity, really money. I like money. So let's say you would carve into this, I need money. Uh, and you would carve your name. I need money, and it can burn down to the next candle. And the next one, well, red is usually for lust, but it's not just lust for sex, it's also can be lust for life. Usually a lot of people just light it just to be happy, to bring their emotional level up, and you can just say for happiness. Okay? And this, I'm not going to go through each level because I know you guys have the books and you can read through it for each one, but that is one candle that is a multi-purpose candle, okay? But it's usually for one person, okay? Now, this is where, all these gray areas come in, and I hope my brain doesn't fall off the back of my head as I explain this. You can also, if you do have a situation where, you don't have a lot of money, I tell people, and you really do, I really want to like this for all, for all my friends. Each knot would have to be for one person. So you can't be like, oh, I need all Susie, Mary, and Joey to all get rich. Now, technically speaking, you could, but it wouldn't be as intense of a magic. So better to always do it for singular. Okay? So this is how you can do this. Let's say you just need this candle right now for prosperity. Light it just for that one thing. I need money. And then sniff off the candle because you don't need the other level yet. Not yet. You might later. You don't now. Okay? And then you can go back and you can light it for that. Because remember, this is 7. So you have 7 wishes on this. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, so you have 7 wishes. So make sure what you desire correlates with the colors of each of the knots of the candle. Okay? Now, that's multicolored. Let's get to a singularly colored knot candle like this one. This is green. Now, as you know, green is for money. So how would you use this one? You would wish for the same thing every day. Or you will wish for the same thing every week. Because you don't have to use it, okay, I burned that out, okay, then I have to burn the next. You can just use this like for 7 months, 1 month. I wish for prosperity. You can meditate it on it for that month. When the knot is done, sniff out the candle. Wait the next month. I wish for prosperity. I wish for success. Well, in this case, money. I wish for money. I will bring money into my energy. Money is coming to me. Sniff out the candle. Go to the next. So you can do this candle. Wow, you can do it by each day. I tell people to do it by the week. So 1 week, one knot, 1 week, the next knot, 1 week. And the reason I say do it by the week, because generally speaking, when you do it by the day, it goes by too fast. So when you do it by the week, you can just build up the energy. Another way to do this, which is a really an energy builder, is to do it by the full moon. Because prosperity spells are always best during the full moon cycle. So you could actually do this 2 ways. You can burn this for each full moon, which is 7 months worth of burning, or you can burn the knots during the full moon cycle, which is about a week. So the week uh, before a full moon, you would start burning it, and the last knot should be burned right on the full moon, right on it. And that would bring about the energy for money to come into you. And that's very powerful. I'm serious. I love 7 knot candles because they you have to be disciplined to work with them. Because otherwise, you cannot light and forget it because it's a 7 knot candle. You have to go back to it either hourly or daily. Okay, I took a pause. Surprised? No. Anyway, we did explain the knot candles and how this can. This is a very powerful candle, as I was saying before, and it does have, a lot of discipline because you cannot. You could light it and forget it, but the magic is way more powerful when you do it knot by knot by knot. Much more powerful. And really, to add more to it, you don't have to do this, but I find that it does add more because the more you work with things, the more powerful the magic is, the more powerful your spell is. I would literally carve into the candle money. And, every day I wish for money to come into my life. I wish to have money given to me. The next day, carve money and spell it out. Money. Money. And then You would put the candle down, you would light it, and you would continue to chant for money. Now, I've known people who, when they do this, they do it once a week, each night, and they use it as a meditation. So they would carve the word money, Money, but instead of saying it like that, they would intone it Money, money. They would light the candle and then they would continue to intone Money come to me, money come to me, money come to me. And if you keep on intoning, you'll find that words start like merging into each other. So it's money come to me, 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 money come to me. And you're gonna find yourself you can you'll do that for maybe 4 or 5, 6 minutes, whatever, any amount of time. You might even get up, um, go get a glass of water, or go to the restroom, and you're finding yourself still intoning, "Money come to me, money come to me." And I've heard people they get so fast in saying it, they're not trying to speed it up, but it just comes into a tone. Money come on me, money me on me, money come on me, money come on me, money come on me, money come on me. And then you find that the word, because it blurs, is money come on me. What did you say? Money come on me. What's coming? Money come on me. You see my point? How it merges? Or you can keep it slow. Money come to me, money come to me. Then you would, snuff out, not blow out, snuff out the one knot, the next knot, the following month. Money come to me, money come to me, money come to me. And because you're putting that much discipline and energy into this, oh yeah, money will come to you. Okay, I'm going to conclude this video mainly because I'm almost out of coffee. And I gave you guys a lot to think about. So, all in all, you guys have a blessed day and stay strong and stay safe. Blessed be.